Guys, time the prize is back. We got Thursday night football on tonight. We got the Rams and the Saints, so pretty interesting there. But yeah, welcome back. Guys, time the prize. It's a Thursday, as usual. Got a little announcement later on in the show, but in regards of when I'm going to be doing episodes moving forward. Obviously, the New Year's coming up, 2024. As we're closing out 2023, we got Christmas coming up. So Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to all my fans out there. Hopefully you guys enjoy the holidays, and then Happy New Year's as well. So I'm debating whether or not I'm going to have an episode next week. This might actually be the last episode of 2023, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what's going on in the sports world, but if this is truly the last episode of 2023, I just want to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all the fans out there. So you guys have been awesome, but yeah, tonight, Thursday, as usual, Thursday night football, week 16, guys, of the NFL season already. As you can see, I'm wearing my Tyreek Hill Miami Dolphins jerseys. The best top wide receiver in the NFL right now. He has a chance to have 2,000 yards receiving in the regular season. Obviously, Cooper Kupp was the first person to have 2,000 receiving yards in a season, meaning regular season and postseason combined. But just strictly regular season, Tyreek Hill has the opportunity to become the first wide receiver to have 2,000 receiving yards in the regular season. So we'll see. Got a couple more weeks to achieve that. He's been banged up a little bit, but he's been playing through it. Gotta give him that. He's a hell of a player. He's fast. He's exciting to watch. And if you have him on your fantasy league, you know he's going to score at least 20 plus points each week. So you're pretty lucky. I have him in one of my leagues. Unfortunately, it didn't really matter because I'm not playing for anything. But in all the other leagues, obviously, he is very valuable. He's very reliable. So yeah, week 16 NFL. So let's get started. So as I mentioned before, we got the Saints and the Rams tonight. So the Saints traveling to LA to play that game, 8:15 on Prime Video. The Bryce gonna make his picks as he usually does. So week 16 picks, the first game tonight, Saints, Rams. I got the Rams at home. Taking care of business there. And then this Saturday, before Christmas Eve, you got two games going on. You got the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I like the Bengals in this one. They've been playing some good football, even without Joe Burrow. They're definitely kicking some ass. Both teams actually playing for a playoff spot. I mean, a lot of teams are. I think there was like 5 or 6 teams I saw the other day that are 7-7, and I do believe the Bengals and the Steelers are 2 of those teams. So yeah, they're playing against each other. I got the Bengals beating the Steelers, 4:30 NBC on Saturday. And then the second game, 8 o'clock on Peacock. If you guys are subscribers like me, I have a Peacock subscription, so I can watch this game. We got the Bills and the Chargers. Chargers just fired their GM and head coach Brandon Staley, cleaning house, as I mentioned in last week's episode. I think all of us saw that coming. After that Thursday night blowout from the Raiders against the Chargers, 63-21. Yeah, it was an ass whooping. But yeah, it's definitely changing. And definitely a clean slate, new pitcher, moving on. It's a new day in Los Angeles for the Chargers. But the Buffalo Bills looked really good last week against the Cowboys, beating the shit out of them. I think they do that again on the road against the struggling Chargers. So I got the Bills winning that one. I got the Bengals winning the first game on Saturday. And then obviously I got the Rams winning tonight against the Saints. And now the rest of the games are on Christmas Eve. So Merry Christmas Eve to all the fans out there. We got the Colts and the Falcons. I'm going to take the Falcons in this one at home. You got the Seahawks at Tennessee Titans. Man, Seattle looked pretty good, and come from behind victory. Jackson Smith-Njigba winning, catching the game-winning pass, beating the Eagles, who've been struggling lately, losing 3 straight. So this one, I'm going to take the Seahawks to win that one. And now this one, we got the Lions and the Vikings. Lions are traveling to Minnesota. If the Lions win this game, they clinch the NFC North. So this is a very important game for us. So this matchup, I like the Detroit Lions. They looked really good last week against Denver Broncos, and I said that they had to win that game in order to set the tone for the rest of the season, and they did, winning 42-17. So hopefully they can keep that train rolling, going to Minnesota, always a tough place to play. but we got to take care of business against the Vikings. But I got the Lions beating the Vikings, and like I said, if Detroit wins, they clinch the NFC North. So very important game for the Detroit Lions. 1 o'clock on Fox. Check it out. You got the Commanders at the Jets. I like the Jets in this one. I think they take care of business at home. I got the Packers at the Panthers. Packers going to win that one. Panthers are just, they suck. I mean, they're horrible this season. You got the Browns at the Texans. Texans kind of struggling a little bit. Cleveland, I think they did win their game last week. Let me just check real quick. But I'm gonna pick the Texans at home. I think they bounced back from that loss against the Titans last week. And then the Browns, they're 9-5, second in the AFC North, so they're a pretty good team this year. So yeah, they won 20-17. The Browns did against the Bears. But yeah, I like the Texans at home, and they're fighting for a playoff spot. So I got them winning that one. You got the Jaguars at the Buccaneers. Man, Jacksonville just got smoked by the Ravens on Sunday Night Football, and then the Buccaneers beat the Packers at Lambeau Field. I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers keep that train rolling. They're fighting for to clinch the NFC South. Probably the worst division this year. A lot of teams I think are 6-7 or 7-7, something like that, and they're clinching for that spot. So I got Tampa Bay. I got the Buccaneers beating the Jaguars there. You got the Cardinals at the Chicago Bears. I like Chicago in this one. You got the Cowboys at the Dolphins. This is going to be an interesting one. Dallas looking really good right now, but they're a different team on the road. They're lights out at home, but on the road, yeah, they're not the greatest, and we saw that last Sunday when the Bills beat the shit out of them at Buffalo. I think the Miami Dolphins take care of business. So, yep, Tyreek Hill, as you can see, Miami Dolphins jersey. I'm going to go with the Dolphins over the Cowboys in that one. And then Sunday Night Football on NFL Network, not NBC, usually is, but since it's Christmas Eve, they decided to put the Sunday night game on NFL Network. Why not, right? So you got the Patriots and the Broncos. I like the Broncos at home, taking care of business there. So, yeah, those are Sunday's games. And then Monday, Christmas. Merry Christmas. We got 3 games for you. 1 o'clock, 4:30, and 8:15. So the first game, we got the Raiders and the Chiefs. I like the Chiefs at home, taking care of business there. You got the Giants at the Eagles. The Eagles are struggling. They're really struggling right now. Do they bounce back? They do. I got the Eagles winning against the Giants. And then the Monday Night Football game, the Christmas night football game, you got the Ravens and the 49ers. This is going to be a really good one. A rematch from the Super Bowl 10 years ago. Both Harbaugh is going at Jim Harbaugh and John Harbaugh going at 10 years ago already, guys. Crazy. But yeah, a rematch perhaps. Ravens and 49ers, 2 of the top defenses in the league, obviously. And then San Fran's got one of the best offenses in the league right now. This is going to be an interesting one. I like the 49ers at home. They're playing some good football. Christian McCaffrey's a stud. But yeah, Brock Purdy versus Lamar Jackson. Going to be very interesting how that plays out. But I like the 49ers winning that one. That's going to be a good game. The Brides will definitely watch that one on Christmas when all my family is here. My dad's side of the family's here. So yeah, those are Week 16 picks. And got a lot of games on Christmas Eve and then 3 games on Christmas. So place your bets. And if you guys are still in fantasy football playoffs, good luck. Have fun. Hopefully you win. So we got that. We got to hop over to the NFL playoff picture. We're going to strictly talk about the Lions situation. So as I mentioned, they win this Sunday against the Vikings. They clinched the NFC North. So let's see here what we got here. Detroit. Yeah, there you go. Detroit Lions. So 10-4. Obviously Minnesota 7-7. So Detroit clinches the NFC North division title with a win. Detroit win, obviously, or a tie. And then we clinch a playoff berth. So we make it to the playoffs if the Rams lose or tie, or Seattle loses or tie. And I picked both those guys. So what the hell am I thinking, right? So I guess in that case, if one of those teams loses, the Brides is not going to be upset. I would rather see the Detroit Lions get into the playoffs than worry about my win-loss record for Week 16 NFL picks. So that's interesting. So the Rams or the Seahawks, rather. They have to lose, or it has to be a tie game for us to get into the playoffs. And then for us to win the division, the NFC North, we have to beat the Vikings, obviously. So that's interesting. Very interesting. So that is that's awesome there. And then I was gonna say, read here. So San Francisco clinches NFC's number 1 seed, lone first round bye and home field advantage with a win from the 49ers. Philadelphia has to lose, Dallas has to lose, and we have to lose. Detroit has to lose. So a lot on the line for San Fran too. So definitely, we'll see what happens. But yeah, some playoff scenarios there. Let's look at the AFC. That's the NFC. Let's look at the AFC. So the Baltimore Ravens already clinched a playoff berth with 11-3 record, one of the better records in the league. And then San Fran's also 11-3. So that's going to be a really good game on Monday night, Christmas night, between the Ravens and the 49ers. So the Baltimore Ravens clinched the AFC North Division title with a win and the Cleveland loss, or tie, or then the Baltimore tie and the Cleveland loss. So they need Cleveland to lose, really. And then the Browns clinched a playoff berth. They got a bunch of scenarios. Holy smokes. 9-5 record, and they got to have one of these situations to lose. So Cleveland has to win, Cincinnati has to lose, Denver has to lose or tie, Buffalo has to lose, Miami has to win or tie, and then Indianapolis, the Colts have to lose or tie. So that's one of the scenarios. I'm not going to read the rest, but yeah, that's a lot for the Cleveland Browns to clinch a playoff berth. So yeah, they definitely have to win. They got to have a couple of the other AFC teams to lose or tie there. So, and then Kansas City, I'll do this one. This will be my last playoff scenario, I guess you can say. So Kansas City 9-5 going up against the Vegas Raiders 6-8. They're not playing for anything, obviously. So Kansas City clinches the playoff berth and AFC West division title. So two scenarios there, or two accomplishments there, with a Kansas City win or a Kansas City tie plus a Denver loss. So yeah, lots of interesting scenarios. But yeah, Detroit has to win to get the NFC North division title, and then we got to have either the Rams or the Seahawks to lose. Not and, or. So one of those situations, Rams, Seahawks, both have to lose. We have to win, and then we clinch a playoff berth. Plus, we win the NFC North division title. So lots of scenarios. Going to be interesting. Week 16. It starts tonight, 8:15 for Amazon Prime Video. Saints, Rams. Check it out. So yeah, we got that. Now we got to hop over to hockey. So hockey, the Red Wings struggling a little bit. They lost last night, I do believe, against the Winnipeg Jets. They just can't find the puck in the back of the net for some reason. I don't know why. They were red hot for a while there for a couple weeks, and then the past, almost 2 to 3 weeks, they just cannot find ways to get that puck in the back of the net. They have a hard time scoring. Yeah, they lost 5-2 last night. And our goaltending's horrible. We got Billy Husso, who's trash, but he's hurt. And then Lyon, he's hurt too. So, yeah, we just signed someone. Michael Hutchinson, I do believe. I think he was in our Grand Rapids affiliate league. We just signed him. But, yeah, our record right now is 15-13-4. It's not pretty good, not good at all. Let me tell you, that is not good. We definitely got wake up a little bit. But yeah, I would say we lost the last two. But yeah, just these losses, man. Last time we had a winning streak, it was a while back. And we were scoring 4-1 against the Wild, 5-2 against the Bruins, 4-0 shutting out the Devils, a decent team. I mean, we're beating decent teams too. And now we're losing. We're just not scoring. I mean, look at these losses. So 3-2, okay, 5-3. 2-0, so we didn't even score there. 4-1, 4-1. So back-to-back 4-1 losses. We lost to the Bruins, we lost to the Jets. So I mean, I don't know, man. It's just, yeah, we gotta really try to find a way to get the puck in the back of the net and start scoring. I mean, this is bad. I mean, obviously I don't want to hit the panic button just yet. It's early. Hockey just started a couple months ago, but I mean, we gotta pick it up a little bit. I mean, we got to start playing good hockey in like February, March, April, before the playoffs start. But yeah, we're just having a tough time finding back into that scoring, and then our goaltending's banged up a little bit. Husso's hurt, Alex Lyon's hurt. So yeah, Michael Hutchinson, yeah, that's the guy we signed. So hopefully he can do something. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, our goaltending's trash. We need to clean it up. Our offense needs to do some work, and our defense needs to clean up as well. So yeah, just clean up everything, man. We gotta wake up, smell the fresh air. I mean, we gotta play good hockey, man. Hockey is very competitive. You got a lot of good teams out there. Our division, the Atlantic Division, is very stacked. When you got the Tampa Bay Lightning in our division, we got the Boston Bruins. I think the Florida Panthers are in our division as well. So, yeah, definitely got a lot of competition in the Atlantic Division. We got to keep up, man. We have a great team. We have a talented team. I mean, that's without question. We do have a very talented team. So, yeah, like I was saying. So, yeah, Boston's in our division. Toronto, Florida, like I mentioned, Tampa Bay. These are tough teams, man. And, when we're playing like that, the past few weeks, it's not looking too good. So, yeah, goaltending needs to clean up. Offense, we have to find ways to get the puck in the back of the net. And defense, hit somebody. Create turnovers, get the puck out of the zone when the opposing team's on the power play. We got to do better on the penalty kill, man. So we'll see what happens. The Red Wings are off tonight, but we got some other games on as well. We got Toronto at Buffalo. We got Vegas at Tampa Bay. That should be a good one, 7 o'clock there. You got St. Louis at Florida. You got Edmonton at New Jersey. You got Vancouver, surprisingly a good team this year, going up against Dallas, who's a decent team. Let's see here. San Jose is going up against Arizona. Colorado at Ottawa. Colorado looking pretty good this year. Carolina at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh struggling a little bit. So, yeah, we don't play till tomorrow. So, Friday, we got the Flyers at Detroit, 7 o'clock. So, Detroit, got to win that one. Got to take care of business. It'd be great for the Red Wings to get a victory Friday night, tomorrow night. And then they play Saturday as well. Saturday at New Jersey. We've beaten them before. Hopefully they can win again. So, and then it looks like no games are scheduled for Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. So, yeah, Red Wings got to win tomorrow night and Saturday night. So, hopefully 2 wins, get some points, get back on the winning ways, the winning column, and just keep playing good hockey. So, yeah, we got that going on. But, yeah, I'll check all those other games as well for hockey. So, yeah, I was going to say best team so far. Look at these standings real quick for NHL. So, you got the Boston Bruins, best team so far with 44 points, 19 wins, 5 losses, 6 overtime losses. And then the Toronto Maple Leafs have 38 points. So does the Panthers. Tampa Bay Lightning's got 35 points. We got 34, so we're still surviving. But yeah, that record, I don't like that record, 15, 13, and 4. We got to clean that up. We're 8, 6, and 3 at home, 7, 7, and 1 away. So we definitely got to get back in the win column. We got to get back winning games and scoring and playing good defense and having good goaltending, making plays. And then in the last 10, we're 3, 6, and 1. That's bad. And then, so far, we're on a 4-game losing streak. Lost the last 4. So, yeah, we got to win. Detroit's got to wake up and start winning again. So, yeah, it's tough, man. Look at all those, all those teams right there. Yeah, division, Atlantic Division. So, yeah, we got that. And then league. Vegas Golden Knights, obviously best team this defending Stanley Cup champions, 47 points, 21, 7, and 5 record. That's amazing. Vancouver, surprisingly good team this year, 22, 9, and 2 with 46 points. Rangers, 22, 7, and 1 with 45 points. So, yeah, Winnipeg's up there. And Canes looking pretty good with 40 points. Dallas, like I mentioned before, with 40 points. Colorado. So a lot of good teams this year. But, yeah, Vancouver, definitely a surprise this year. I did not expect that. Growing up, they were not a good team. And this year so far, they're looking pretty damn good. So good for them. And then Vegas, defending Stanley Cup champions, taking care of business as always. So, yeah, that's hockey for you. And then we got to wrap this episode. If it is the last episode, 2023, what better way to end it, as usual, with UFC. So UFC 296 happened this past weekend. I watched it, and it was all right. Out of 5 stars, maybe 3.5. 3.5 out of 5 stars. The Alexandre Pantoja and Brandon Royval fight was probably the best fight of the main card. Josh Emmett with that sick knockout on Bryce Mitchell. I mean, that was scary, man. I mean, knocked him out, and then Josh Emmett did on Bryce Mitchell, and then Bryce Mitchell was like twitching or having like a little mini seizure. So yeah, that was a scary moment. But yeah, Josh Emmett, a very good sport. He talked about it at the press conference, saying that he could have done some hammer fists, finish off Bryce Mitchell, but that knockout, that was good enough for him. Obviously he thought about his family and stuff like that. So he was, Bryce Mitchell about to be a dad. So I thought that was a very classy move by Josh Emmett. We need more guys like Josh Emmett. So you had that fight going on, and then obviously Tony Ferguson against Paddy Pimblett. Paddy Pimblett almost finished Tony Ferguson in the first round, and then after that I kind of knew, yeah, okay, Tony's done. And then he has to be, he's lost 7 fights now in a row. It's sad, one of the best, one of the most exciting fighters in the UFC. Just downgrade, huge collapse. Biggest downfall in UFC, in my opinion. It's just sad, I mean, he needs to retire. I think he needs to focus on his health instead of try to entertain us. Dude, you don't have it anymore. You're almost 40 years old. Your jaw is glass now. And just like he's not engaging in the past like 3-4 fights, I've noticed he's just not the same Tony Ferguson. He doesn't move around as much. He doesn't throw, creates offense like he used to. He doesn't, make things happen. It's sad. It's sad to see it, but I want him to retire. That's going to be my take. I've said it numerous times on this podcast. He needs to retire, move on with his life, but we'll see what happens. So, yeah, unfortunately, Tony Ferguson lost this weekend. And then, you had Alexandre Pantoja winning against Brandon Royval. That was a good fight. And then Shavkat beating Wonderboy Stephen Thompson. First guy to submit Stephen Thompson. Stephen Thompson, 40 years old. That was the first time he ever got submitted. I think that was the first time he ever I was saying, they were saying that, like, that was the first time he ever got submitted in his combat sports career. So Shavkat definitely making some noise in the UFC. I mean, 100% finish rate. The guy's an absolute stud, making some moves in the welterweight division, right? Yeah, he's 170. Yeah, I think it's the welterweight division. So yeah, that going on, and then obviously Leon Edwards, the main event, the welterweight championship on the line, going up against Colby Covington. And let me tell you, that performance was god awful by Colby Covington. He didn't do anything, and then he wants to say that he was robbed of a victory. He didn't do anything, dude. Leon Edwards made you look like a fool, look like a complete asshole, and he did. I mean, he made you look like a complete ass, and you shit the bed, bro. I mean, he did. I mean, it was just a horrible performance. It was boring. He didn't do anything. Leon Edwards, congrats, dude. I mean, that was a great performance. So now we'll see if he defends the title against Belal Muhammad or Shavkat. I don't know. That's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be a very interesting fight there. So, or situation there. So yeah, like I said, UFC 296. It was all right. 3.5 stars out of 5. Colby Covington's performance was disgusting. It was disgraceful. It was boring as hell. And Tony Ferguson, you need to retire, my friend. So yeah, those are my takeaways from UFC 296. And then obviously we got that's like the last pay-per-view of 2023. So not the greatest, but you know what? It's UFC. I'm always going to be a big fan watching it. So, but now we gotta hop over to UFC 297. Big pay-per-view to start off 2023. So you got Sean Strickland defending the middleweight title against Dricus Du Plessis. That's gonna be an interesting fight. They actually fought in the crowd at UFC 296. That was crazy to see that. And then obviously before that, January 13th, you got Ankalaev versus Johnny Walker 2. Light heavyweights going at there, so that's gonna be a good one. And then UFC 298. February 17th, you got Volkanovski defending the title. I do believe it's the featherweight title. Yeah, I think it's the featherweight title against Ilia Topuria. This is going to be an interesting one here. I smell fireworks in this one, but yeah, that's going to be a championship fight, the main event. So featherweight title on the line. Volkanovski, Topuria. That's going to be a good one there. And then Merab Dvalishvili going up against Henry Cejudo, coming out of his short retirement. That's going to be an interesting one there. So yeah, you got that card, and then the March card, you got Sean O'Malley defending the bantamweight title against Chito Vera. Second time they're fighting. Obviously, the first time, I think Sean O'Malley broke his leg or his ankle, so he couldn't continue. So Chito Vera technically won. I mean, they gave him the victory. So this is going to be a very interesting fight. Some bad blood between these two. But yeah, the bantamweight title on the line, title shot. It's going to be a good one. I think there was another big fight. Yeah, Kevin Holland and Michael Page. Michael Page coming out of the PFL league, I do believe, or Bellator or something like that. So you got that. But yeah, this actually looks like a pretty nice card. Some big names on here as I'm scrolling through. Yep. So yeah, that's going to be a good one as well. So that's March, what was it, like March 9th? March 9th. So yeah, UFC, as usual, starting off the new year with bangers for pay-per-views, bangers for fights, a couple title fights there. So watch them. Watch some UFC starting in 2024. Place your bets. It's going to be a good one. So with that, the Brides is signing off for tonight. So thank you for joining me. As always, you guys are awesome. This episode is going to be available on YouTube. Hopefully it works. I had some trouble last week as well. I just don't know if these videos are too long and YouTube can't handle it or what. But yeah, I'll try to get that out as soon as possible. But the audio version will always be available. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to your podcast, that will always be available to you guys. So if you don't get the YouTube, the video version, you will always have the audio version. Yeah, better than nothing, right? So yeah, make sure you check that out. And then, yeah, I've got my Tyreek Hill jersey on today. We got Thursday Night Football on tonight. Saints, Rams, place your bets. Fantasy football playoffs. Good luck, guys. And yeah, watch some sports this weekend. We got hockey, we got basketball, we got college basketball, we got football. The bowl games, the college bowl games are still going on. Obviously, the college football playoff semifinal games are not going to happen until New Year's Day. We got a little over a week for that. But yeah, watch some sports, and then the holidays are coming up. So Merry Christmas to all my fans out there. Hopefully you have a great holiday. Stay safe out there. Spend time with your family and friends. And then if this is the last episode, not only Merry Christmas, but Happy New Year as well. And as always, stay safe. So with that, the Brides is out. Peace. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, guys. Take care.